Welcome back to Bad Ping. It's been a while, but we are back, and yeah, we do understand that we haven't had a Bad Ping in months, but fuck off, leave us alone, okay?
Ethan stopped working.
I did stop working. I'm not gonna get into that because it's pretty personal shit, but we're back.
Ethan
That's the
EXE has stopped working.
Yeah, that's the point. Is that we don't want to hear any bitching about. Oh, all we got was two tea and Twits, a ballpark, and a ringside Twits. It's where's the bad ping? Where's the bad ping this month? Where's the bad ping this month? Shut the fuck up.
You act like people listen to us.
That's true. I was.
Compelling argument.
Shut up! Stop! You're ruining the illusion.
There might be people who hate the Geneva Convention.
You know they're okay. Okay, but anyways, let's get to the topic. School. We all fucking hate it.
It's school season.
It's the
Yeah,
Snoopy
it is.
season. Shut up.
Shut up!
It's school season.
That was great, Megan. First
And
of all.
it's it is late September.
That's why it was good to start the podcast off.
We are aware, but fuck it. We'll do a Halloween podcast next month, okay? But this month we're talking about school and school stories and stuff like that. It could be there's no real guidelines, just anything from school is cool. That rhymed. Fuck yeah. That wasn't even on purpose. Hell yeah.
Oh, good.
Alright, so
In today's episode, we confirm Ethan is in fact not cool.
yeah. Flashbacks to high school. Anyways, so
Of high school, honestly, when we talk about school, like stories, moments type thing, some of the first memories that come to mind for me are high school and like the clubs I was in. But the main one for me was my senior year on Club Picture Day.
oh boy.
Because I was in 6 or 7 clubs. And they did all the club pictures like within an hour of each other. Like all the clubs, 1 hour to do all the pictures.
Wow. That's
So yeah, it was a lot.
So you just stood in the room and just waited for your next club to come through.
Wait for it. I've talked before about the Paladin Renaissance thing I've done. So I was in my whole Renaissance gear with a sword walking through campus first.
okay.
Because that was the first picture I had to take. With
Oh
me,
God.
I had a bag that had all of my club shirts in it. The gym, because it was like, okay, we're doing this club, and my ASL teacher, who was also essentially the equivalent of me, but as like a club leader, like as a sponsor, was laughing her ass off at me and was like helping direct me, because she's like, okay, we're gonna do this club, and then we're gonna do AQ club, and then we're gonna do web design, and then this, and then that. And I'm just sitting there like, okay, which shirt do I need, first of all? I'm in the middle of the gym. I have my one friend throwing the shirt at me. I'm ripping like the other shirt off, and I'm putting it on. In the middle of the gym, there was a freshman who walked by and looked terrified. And it was the greatest moment of my life. I feel like.
So lesson learned, don't be in that many clubs.
yeah.
Maybe.
That's
It also made it worse that I was like either a president, vice president, secretary, like a club leader in nearly half, if not like 3/4 of them.
Oh
Wow.
gosh.
that sounds
So
amazing.
I was in the front row with like my skirts hiked up and like a t-shirt on over it. And it was the most hilarious thing.
Oh my gosh.
That sounds interesting.
And that happened my senior year and also my junior year.
Oh god. Well,
Speaking of clubs, when I was packing up all my books, I was flipping through my old yearbooks. Apparently, I was in yearbook club.
oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't remember. I vaguely remember this because I remember my friend dragging me to go with her because she wanted to do it, but she didn't want to be the only one that did it. I'm like, okay, fine. So apparently I was in yearbook club and I designed the yearbook that year. I'm like, I don't hardly remember this.
Oh, I love stuff like that. Like my senior year, I was a part of the newspaper without having to go through journalism one like everyone else because I wasn't in the actual newspaper class. I was webmaster because the newspaper teacher who had started the year previously like poached me from my web design teacher to be like, oh, can you create this for me? It's like, yeah, sure. And she just like took me into her newspaper. So on my lunch period, I was in her classroom doing stuff for newspaper.
Sounds perfect. As far as
That's the reason I never joined clubs.
oh god, why?
Oh, you can continue.
No, that's fine. Go on.
This is-
It's fine. Go on.
this
I'm
is
curious.
An ending statement.
Yeah.
The only thing I really joined in school would be ROTC. And even then, I, for lack of a better term, almost passed out. Sat in a burr bush, or devil's heads, whatever you want to call them. I didn't feel the pain till after I reached the classroom. So, to kind of explain, ROTC had PT every Wednesday and Thursday, and I had it for the longest class. Like an hour and a half or something like that. Oh, it wasn't bad. Because Monday was just bullshit, Wednesday, workout, Friday, wear uniform. But this Wednesday, we had to do like a mile, and it's like, there's like run the corners, walk the straightaways, or something like that.
Normally it's walk corners, run straightaways. Was how
Yeah,
mine
that's
always
it.
did it.
That's it. I forget because it's been 7 or 8 years. Fuck. Before I need to get a king. So, on this day, me, being the brilliant dumbass I am, decided to run the entire thing.
Great job.
Oh, it gets better.
Oh, I'm excited.
I didn't eat breakfast that morning.
Oh my god.
Adam.
So,
You're
when
so
I said
dumb.
I almost passed out in the burr bush, I
What
was
the fuck?
literally walking. Oh, hold on. I was walking. I got extremely lightheaded, moved out of rank. The class commander.
How are you still alive?
Spite.
Probably. That sounds about right. God
So
damn.
I have a weird coincidence moment. Actually, I have
What?
2 of them.
Okay.
Okay, so these are both when I was living in Des Moines, so it was like pre high school, I guess. But when I was living in Des Moines, my brother and I used to go to school with Kurt Warner's son.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, my brother was actually friends with him and got to go over to his house and meet Kurt Warner.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Because that was around the time that Kurt Warner was doing like the oh god, how do I even
Football
explain it?
camps?
No, not even football camps. This was like, oh god, like the, I guess, quote unquote minor leagues for football, like the I don't even remember how to
Practice squad?
No, it
AFL?
there's a specific thing for it. I don't remember what it's called.
Hang on a sec. Hang on.
I also love how you
Practice
said this
squad,
dude's name.
AFL,
The both
CFL.
of them went, oh, really? And I'm just kind of like, who the fuck is this person?
A football person, Laura.
I
Football
figured.
person.
I'm like, it's either football or baseball, but Megan doesn't really watch baseball, so it's football.
A
Yeah.
bowl team, I think. No, that's not it. It's not the right word.
God damn it.
It was pre him going to the NFL.
Okay.
Was he a
That's all he-
coach?
No, he was a player.
Okay, so that eliminates like high school, college. So again, AFL.
I don't remember what
If-
it's called.
She doesn't remember, Adam. You're not gonna fucking jog the memory. It's gonna be like, oh shit.
I
That could
think
be a
it's like
fucking-
he played for
Do you
the.
remember how big the fields were?
What the fuck?
It was inside. It was inside the enclosed space. It wasn't. Oh my god.
AFL.
Yeah, but
Arena
if-
Football
Okay.
League.
Yes, arena football. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it is a.
I was fucking saying that.
You said
Wow,
AFL. I don't remember what that
guys.
means.
Oh god.
Yes, that's when it's when he was doing arena football.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh holy shit. That was amazing.
Oh
That was
my
totally
God.
unnecessary, but it was it was amazing.
Oh my. That's
Okay.
a brain fart moment.
It was so worth it.
Okay, so that's my first coincidence story. So I found out when I was in college that I met one of my friends in my fraternity when I was in 6th or 7th grade, and I didn't know it.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I think Laura knows this story because I talked about it on Twits when we did our Renaissance episode.
Ah.
Yeah. So we're studying like the Renaissance time period for history, and we had a local troupe come by and put on kind of like a mini Renaissance festival for us,
Alright.
so we could kind of learn some more stuff, but also have fun for the day. Well, I remember there being like these. Oh gosh, these. I think it's Irish. The really big dogs. I'm sorry.
Irish Wolfhounds.
Thank you. I just woke up from a nap, so my brain is still off.
Remember who you're talking to, Megan.
Yes. So I remember there being these two Irish wolfhounds, and I remember, petting them, and there was a boy there who was with the troop that, was kind of their handler, and I didn't really think much of it, but I got to talking with this boy, and then I walked off to go do the other stuff. Well, I was talking with one of my friends in my fraternity and told him this story, and he kind of goes pale white with this kind of like shocked expression on his face, and he's like, "What school did you go to?" And I told him, and he's like, "And this was around what year?" And I said probably around 2004, 2005. He's like, "Yeah, that was me."
That's interesting.
Years later.
As far as I go, like I don't have a lot of school stories. I mean, the only one I have is when I ran away, which is interesting. But I don't have a lot of like, whoa, this crazy thing happened to me when I was in high school. No one really talked to me in high school. Yeah, I ran away from first grade. I was 7.
I'm sorry. That's great.
No,
I wish I could have done that, but my mom worked at the school.
yeah, well, the thing with the school is because, okay, well, first off, I went through several different schools when I was younger. I don't think I've spent more than 1 year in like a singular school.
Oh my god.
And it's because we moved around so much when I was younger. But
I
yeah,
know that feeling.
I remember this vividly. So I was 7 years old, and I just wanted to go home. There's no reason. I was just like, I want to go see my mom. So like I asked my teachers, who were absolute fucking morons. I asked if I could get some water. Now, mind you, the only water fountain in the school is inside the classroom. So I go, can I get some water? And I leave the classroom. No one came after me. I grabbed my fucking Mario Galaxy backpack and just ran out of the school. I just walked
They're
out.
looking at me.
I just opened up the doors. I was just like, hey, I'm out now. So I walked all the way to my house at the time, my apartment, and it was quite a ways away. Actually, I'm kind of impressed with myself that I actually made it there because it was around like a mile or two there, and yeah, well, I tried ringing the doorbell. I tried knocking on the door, and there was no one home. So I'm just like, I think she said she was gonna go to Hannaford's today. So I start walking to Hannaford's, and all of a sudden, I just hear hear the police car behind me, and so he pulls up. He goes, "You know what you're doing?" I go, "Yeah, I'm walking to see my mom at Hannaford's." And he goes, he goes, "You can't be doing that. Get in the back of the car." I go, "Oh, okay." You know, not like knowing like the kind of weight of the actual situation here of just a 7-year-old just walking alone. And so he took me back to the school, and my mom wasn't actually as mad with me as she was with the school, because they were insanely just idiotic in their handling of the situation. And so she was talking like calmly to the principal, and the principal was kind of shocked. He goes like, "You're not gonna like yell at us or anything?" And she goes, "Oh no, I really want to keep my my vocal cords for now. Like, otherwise I'd be screaming and probably choking you up against the wall." And my mom, when she gets mad, she's scary. Like, she legitimately scares me. She could probably kill a person
That's
if she
every
gets
mother.
mad
As
enough.
most mothers.
And
Yeah.
God, holy crap! Like, looking back, I was like, how'd you not like just like force choke him or some shit? And yeah, nothing else happened. I was just in the back of a police cruiser for a couple minutes.
I've got
And,
3 thoughts about that story.
Okay.
1, how the hell did no other teacher see you leave the school?
I don't know.
2,
I can answer that question.
alright,
They weren't paying attention.
fair enough.
Okay, what are the other thoughts?
Alright, 2, I'm surprised it took that long for a police officer to come up and talk to you. You walked a mile to your house,
Yeah.
and they didn't see you until you went to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weird part, because you would think if anyone see, like a first grader just walking about in the middle of a school day,
Mm-hmm.
they'd fucking question you.
Yeah.
That one can actually be explained simply as making sure you're okay.
Yay, New England.
So-
New England Police Force. Let's go.
Well, it's like after you came down, they were there. Okay, either his parents aren't home, or he's looking to break in, and that's why they stopped you.
Yeah.
Until then, they had no reason to, well, think you were ditching school or anything like that.
Well, I didn't.
And if they did, they just wanted to make sure you got home safely.
Well, I had no idea what
Then
I was
talk to your
like
mother.
doing. I just wanted to see my mom because I missed her, and so so like I was just like, oh, I miss my mom. I'm gonna go walk to my house and see her, you know.
Alright, and third thought, and
Yeah.
Adam will understand this probably better than you and Laura.
Okay.
Sorry, but with this being post Columbine and post 9/11, why was
Yeah.
there not a school safety officer there?
Yeah,
No, I was
exactly.
completely thinking that too.
Yeah.
I was like,
Well-
huh?
Because like,
So what door did you leave out of? Like, was it just like a random side door, or
No,
like,
the front door.
because usually doors
Are
are
you-
locked during
are
school
you-
day.
First of all, no, they aren't. Second of all, there's probably a fucking office full of attendants right there. How did none of them fucking? This is
I
fucking
don't-
wild.
Ethan, I have one question.
Yeah.
Were you at a school for blind teachers?
Yeah, probably. Because they
Like,
lost
even
their
the
jobs a
movie
month later.
Columbine and 9/11 from that shit.
Yeah,
Situation.
it's pretty sus.
It's
Yeah.
pretty sus.
It really is. And like, it's just, yay, public
Apparently
school
no one just
systems,
gave a
they
fuck.
suck.
Yeah, honestly, the
God.
answer to all of this is public school.
Oh, by the way,
Yep.
this is. I hate for this to be my segue, but speaking of Columbine, I want to bring up something really quick. The Sandy Hook massacre. Hate to bring down the mood of the podcast, but the Sandy Hook shooting happened 10 years ago, and so these people who we won't name, they made a line based on wasn't 10 years ago. My bad. That was 6 years ago.
I was like, no, it's.
I was gonna
12.
say.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sorry.
I'm like looking up the date. It was December 14th, 2012.
Okay.
I was gonna say because I was in London when that happened. Mom called me frantic when.
But anyways, besides the point, the main point is that they released a line of sweatshirts with.
Oh God, not
with,
this! Please,
yes.
not this.
All right. I really want to talk about this because
it also wasn't just Sandy Hook. They also did ones that said Columbine on.
Columbine and
yeah, we're gonna
the
yeah.
one down in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we so it just infuriated me to such a level that I have to talk about it. So they released a line with the words Sandy Hook on the front of the hoodie. Wouldn't be that bad, and it's not that bad. The main problem is that they put bullet holes in it, and they did it for style. None of it was going to a charity. None of it was going towards the victims or the families affected. Nothing. Who just left? That was Adam. Okay. He's back. Anyway, so they are you done, Adam? Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, sorry about that.
So.
Yeah, no, my connection went like, oof.
Yeah, so that.
Yeah.
There
same
goes
here.
Megan. What is going on here? Is there a reason? Is there just like a horrible thing going on that I'm not aware about? Because everyone's just dropping. Okay, but anyways, yeah. So they released a line with bullet holes. I'm just gonna ignore that at this point. With bullet holes in it, and it's conceptually having a line to kind of remember the victims of Sandy Hook or Columbine or whatever is not a bad idea. Just please don't put bullet holes in it. Have it go to like any charity. Just kind of don't do this. I'll probably put a couple pictures up on it, but it's so disrespectful to the victims and the families. It's just like, what's the point? And these people, they didn't like only conceptualize it. It was approved by probably several people, and they're just like, yep, that's perfectly fine.
And that's like the issue. It's like, how can so many people that got that approved be so tone deaf about it?
Yeah, exactly. It's just
as like, I'm in South Florida. I live not even half an hour away from Stoneman Douglas. Like, I work with someone whose kids went to Stoneman Douglas during all of it, and it's just like, how can you be such a fucking idiot?
It's mostly like, it's not, it's kind of confusing because some people, like in the chat we had, I think it was Joe who said that the entire thing was a bad idea, like just in general. I don't believe that. Personally, I believe that it can be done right. They just had a horrible execution on this one, and they had a horrible idea on this one. But, you know.
Or they did it to get people talking about their brand, which, unfortunately, is most likely the case.
I mean,
outrage marketing.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly.
It works, I guess, you know. But anyways,
Since we've segued off of topic of school stories, Laura,
Yeah.
what happened with Twitter?
oh yeah,
Okay.
Twitter. Let's go.
Hold on.
Because-
I have
Okay.
one more cool story.
Okay.
Okay, go.
So, I was in 8th grade, And to kind of give you a good idea of the schools I went to, like, well, at least in New Mexico, I had one that you had like 3 or 4 kids hid at a crosswalk for an elementary school. One that was about 10 minutes away from a Blake's, like Slaughterburger, Bank, and other fast food joints. And my high school was across the street from Walmart and a 5-minute walk to the mall. So they really didn't care if we ditched that, pretty much. Well, in 8th grade, the bank was open. We're put on lockdown because a dumb fuck decided to rob Blake's Slaughterburger instead of the bank.
What?
Hold on, it gets better. It gets better. I was in science class.
Oh
and
God.
My teacher at the time read that. Her first words were, "Oh, we have nothing to worry about. We can outrun his fat ass."
Oh my God.
That is awesome. That is so good.
insane.
Why would you imagine the thought process? Like, oh, there's a bank and a freaking Blake's. Which one do I want to choose? I'm really hungry though. You know, like.
Here's the thing about Blake's. I can actually understand it because their food is fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I
but
because the guy was high.
I'm sure he was, and he just had the
I
munchies.
mean, honestly, you're not wrong. Probably.
he must have
Yeah.
just had the munchies. I was like, dude, Blake's is good.
At least it
shit.
didn't happen the following year when there was an alcohol store open
Oh, fuck. Yeah, forget
right
about
across
it.
the street from it. So, yeah,
God, New Mexico's weird.
you have no idea.
Oh my God. All right. But anyways, well, let's get to Laura's Twitter story because
Okay.
I'm very curious about it.
So, we were doing the tea and twits that we just did for this month, and I was looking at some settings on my Twitter because I just needed to change a few things. And I saw that something was wrong with my birth date, so I went and changed it.
Oh yeah.
And because it didn't even say the right day, and then the year, I put the right year when I signed up.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
it suddenly wasn't the right year, so I'm like, okay, fuck, I need to change this. I put like August 2nd, 1998. I go to refresh the page. Your
Happy
account
late birthday.
blocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy late birthday.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm like, fuck, what's going on? Like, I'm like, I have shit to do. I was like messaging someone about some other shit, and I have like a whole bunch of stuff regarding like D&D and like CyberTwits and like wrestling and all that, because that's the Twitter account that like Finn Balor's like stuff on, like stuff like that. So it's like, shit, no, that I care about that. So I go through the appeal process, and it's like, oh, because you weren't 13 when you made the account, we're like locking you out of it. And I'm like, I'm thinking back, I'm like, no, I was 13 when I made this account. There's no way I wasn't. Because I put my right date in, everything like that. It had been right in like the past. So something I think happened with the settings at some point in the last year and a half since I've looked at like my settings and my personal information on it, to where it got changed to a completely wrong date.
Oh jeez.
I went through the appeal process. I got denied. Same reasons. I called Twitter and spoke to like their like support line or whatever.
Oh God.
I got 2 different people, got the same result, and nothing happened. Earlier today, I got an email from Twitter that said, hey, you can recover your account. There's just a few things that's gonna have to happen for it to be like done. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I have a lot of shit on there that I like and I need. So through it, it's essentially I can have my account back. Same handle, everything. The only things that like had to be deleted was anything from like before I was 13, or like any messages, likes, mentions, anything. Which I wasn't on Twitter that much, so when I was like, I just started using Twitter again. Like, I have, like, nothing else. Like, maybe the last 2 years is, like, all I care about. So, an issue. And the first thing I fucking did when I'm back on Twitter was go to the post that Adam put on the...
Oh, yeah. On the CyberTwits
and
Twitter.
It's the Big Brother gif of the person, like, walking out of the house like, hey, bitches! That's, like, the feeling I felt. And I'm like, I'm trying to find, like, an I'm back gif, and that was just perfect for me. So I have my old Twitter account back, so I'm back on that one, thankfully.
Yay.
My picture has changed because, like, the original profile picture got deleted, and my old bio deleted. So I have to figure out what the fuck I had as a bio.
I believe
but yeah,
Word
Twitter is dumb. Don't
bio.
change your birth date, I guess, even if it's wrong.
Yeah, I mean...
That's the moral of the story. But yeah, so I'm back to my normal Lady Laura 01 Twitter. I'm gonna keep the Dame Laura 1 as like a backup in case something fucking happens and Twitter is like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah, Twitter likes to do
For
that.
like 6 months.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, so that's good. At least you have your Twitter
So
back.
yeah, I have my Twitter back. That's a nice thing, but it was the dumb reason to begin with.
Swear to God. All the media apps, especially YouTube, which I won't get into here because I'll end up like screaming the mic. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about how stupid they are for changing the verification qualifications, even though you have all these people who qualify for verification losing their verification check marks. I'm not going to talk about that.
They're changing it back.
No, that's what I was going to say. All the people
Yeah, they are.
Emails got another email yesterday essentially saying, hey, we listened to the community, you're getting your check mark back, here's the qualifications just for FYI, and then they like tried to damage control.
Here's the main problem though. It's good that they like learned their, like they saw the error and kind of like fixed it. Here's the thing though. They shouldn't have to do that. They should get it right first try and be like, hey, this is a good idea. You shouldn't...
Yeah, but it's YouTube.
I know, but like they have to have some type of like
More
self-awareness.
It being YouTube, like you also have to remember, Google's been under a lot of flack for, well, a number of things.
Oh yeah.
Since what, 2014, maybe 2015 if they were lucky.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard for them to sit there and say, okay, this is a good idea, because you know somebody's going to complain.
Well, I know, but like of course like somebody's gonna complain, but when it actually like affects like the entire community like this did, that's when it's a problem. Changing like little things about it, of course you're gonna have people complaining like, oh, this isn't good enough, I don't want things to change, blah, 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 blah. I don't mind change.
I'm not talking about regular people complaining. I'm talking about sponsors. Advertisers.
Oh yeah, the advertisers.
Google listens to where the money comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's an advertiser that
sounds bad, but
it's true.
Let's understand.
Here's the thing, though. At the end of the day, Google's a business. They have to sustain their business, and if they lose their sponsors, they will lose a ton of money, and YouTube could shut down. So while I'm not happy with the monetization type of like problems on YouTube, I do understand why they're there, because YouTube has to, you know, sustain itself somehow.
Yeah.
But and because they're getting rid of YouTube Premium, you know, they're gonna need like another.
Wait, what?
Well, they're not getting rid of it, but they're getting rid of like the paywall for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you won't have to pay for it anymore, cause like a lot of people are like, why do I have to pay for this like payment just to get?
The thing about YouTube Premium. It's good if you
don't
like
the
ads.
shows? I'm sorry, I'm confused.
Yeah, like the shows, like the shows and the movies and all that. So, for example, you can watch Laser Team for free now instead of having to pay for premium.
Okay.
Which personally, I don't know why you want to.
Ads. Okay, I'm fine then.
Yeah, the only thing is that they said that they're gonna keep premium. You can still pay for premium. The only thing is that like if you don't have premium, the shows that are on premium, I hate saying that fucking word, are gonna be like on a delay. But if you pay for it, you'll get them right away. But if you don't, you'll have ads on them. Which personally, I don't care about ads really. Besides, I have ad blocker on my computer, so like ads don't bother me.
Yeah.
So as long as I can watch Cobra Kai for free, I don't care. Yeah.
Fair
So
enough.
YouTube did Noopsy. What else is new? And
True. Yeah.
has Facebook done anything stupid? I'm sure they have.
Oh my god,
It's
okay.
existing.
Yeah, that's
Besides
true.
that, I was in the car yesterday with my family on like our shopping trips, and I opened Facebook. Facebook called me out, and the like banner thing was like dating, find someone in like with your interests.
Oh.
And, like, because of like different groups, and I'm like,
Oh,
listen,
God.
bitch, I don't need to be called out by you.
Listen,
Yeah,
you don't know my
Facebook
life,
started that
Facebook.
dating thing, and I'm like,
Yeah, they did.
why?
You're not Tinder. You're not Tinder. Look, you try Marketplace and you try to be
All
Craigslist.
Facebook did is give me locations of blow-up dolls.
Same. But anyways, yes. So they had Marketplace. They tried to be Craigslist. Then they had their dating thing, trying to be friggin' Tinder. And why would you want to be Tinder? That's a good question. And Facebook
Because
is just.
Tinder is so popular.
Like out of all of them, I actually kind of prefer Twitter. Sure, Twitter has a bunch of crap on it, but it's way better than Facebook. I'll tell you that much. The only reason I
Yeah,
have
also-
a Facebook is because of chats and all that.
Can I
was
say
chats
something?
And then like family. and
Yeah,
the
of course. That's why I have a Facebook. Yeah, because nobody really has a Twitter besides like millennials who are just like, whatever. I have a Twitter. There's no reason to have one.
Does this remind anyone who was alive around the time MySpace was big
Oh,
of how
God.
of the painful death it died?
Yeah,
You mean the way Tumblr's probably didn't go soon?
probably.
No, I need
Yeah.
Tumblr.
So do I, but like, we'll still be those two fucks on it. Like, there's some fucks that are still on MySpace.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm thinking of making a MySpace account just for shits and giggles.
Just for
Alri-
shits and giggles.
All right. So by the way, I have this picture that I want to show you guys. It's really whatever. I can't show you. But anyways, let me just read the tweet. The tweet was, Twitter needs an update where you can play music on your page, so when somebody comes on your page, they can hear your favorite song. With the first reply, we have finally reached a generation that doesn't know what MySpace is.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was exactly what to my understanding, because I was around when MySpace was around, but I never used it, obviously. As far as I know, that's how MySpace was. You have your favorite songs on there, and so if you go to your friend's page and they're playing like, I don't know, like some crap music, you're just like, oh wow, this person has a very shitty taste in music.
It's like, why am I friends with this person?
Why am I friends with this person? Okay, click the block button.
Okay, this is gonna age me a lot. Anyone remember Flickster?
Flickster. Oh yeah, I learned about that in history class.
Oh my god.
I hate
First
you.
of all, that's
I'm
like-
sorry.
I will
I'm
fucking
sorry.
punch you.
I'm
I've heard of it, but I
I'm
can't remember what the fuck it is.
Me too. I've heard of Flickster
So
too.
Flickster was essentially MySpace, but for movies.
Yes.
And you could,
Okay.
You
Yeah.
could connect with people, based on that. But they had that same part
Didn't
of the
also
profile where
have
you
shows.
could.
I think they
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
But they had the same part of the profile that you could add a song or whatever.
Yeah.
So it basically went MySpace, Flickster, Facebook, and then the rest of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god. Adam feels so
God.
old right now after that history joke.
Yeah, it's
God.
actually funny because, like, I think Megan has me beat by a couple of months, but, like, she and I were pretty much around when social media started.
Yeah.
Well, I remember.
it's so
Back in
funny-
the old days.
Yeah.
Well, if there's one thing I remember, I do remember the old, like the very, very old, like Facebook layout, just because my mom was constantly on it when that was like new. Because everyone was like, "Oh my god, Facebook! It's like this new thing." It's like,
I remember when
whoa.
everyone shit the bed when the new layout came out.
Yeah.
Which one?
What the fuck is this shit?
Which
Every
new
update
layout?
It
They
was
come up with
the
one.
one where it split from the original layout to the new
Oh.
one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, where
It's
everyone's
'cause-
like freaked the fuck out.
It's because like I remember, like the big meme was like, "Oh, I'm gonna post this on the, like on your wall or whatever." You say that nowadays, people are gonna be like, "What the fuck's a wall? What do you mean Facebook wall? What's that?" And to be fair, I mean, no one posts statuses anymore. That was a lot of complaints with like Instagram, with like people just take pictures of themselves and blah 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 blah. Now Instagram is huge. That's another one I kind of have a gripe with, but we're not gonna talk about that.
I like how we've totally sidetracked from the original point of this podcast.
What's new?
Well, it's actually funny because I was going to get back to it because it's like back in the old days, like you didn't have iTunes, Spotify, or anything like that to distract you during class. Nowadays, you have that.
Back in my
And so-
day.
Back in my day.
I've got a story about that. Not how you guys would think the story's gonna end though.
What?
So
I think it's going to end poorly.
oh
That's my
it
guess.
does.
Oh
It
boy,
does.
I'm excited.
So back in the old days, before, you know, the iPods and all that shit.
Before the dark times. Before the
You
Fire
know,
Nation attack.
Yeah.
If you wanted to listen to music on your, you know, your bus ride to school or whatever, you brought like a portable little CD player and stuff like that. So this is probably
Or a Walkman.
Yeah, like or a Walkman if you're a dinosaur.
so this is probably like 5th grade.
I'm going to Dino Punch you.
Let
Okay.
me tell my story.
Okay, go on. Sorry.
This was probably like 5th grade, but I was getting bullied on the bus, and you know, no matter how hard I tried to, you know, sit far away from this person, he'd always either sit right in front of me, to the side
Yeah.
of me, or behind me.
I had a person like that in high school.
And one day I had it.
Oh god.
It was a bad day,
Oh god.
and I was not gonna have it anymore.
Oh god, what'd you
hit
do?
them with a CD player? Please tell me you hit them with a CD player.
Oh no! It gets better. Laura, you'll like this.
Laura's so excited.
I'm like so excited for violence.
I had a couple of CDs in my backpack.
Oh
and
god.
one of
You
them-
did not.
Please.
One of
tell
them was cracked.
Oh. Oh no. No.
Hey! Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
I broke the CD,
Oh god.
found the sharpest piece, and dug it into his skull.
Yes! Yes!
Atta girl.
What?
He screamed at me. It was my bus stop. I ran off the bus and ran home.
You can't prove nothing. They don't have cameras.
Teach that fucker a
Oh
lesson.
no, they could prove it. There was a bus cam, but I told them what happened. They're like, okay, just don't do it again. I'm like, okay.
You're like, sweet.
So you
The good old
basically
days.
you. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait. How? I'm lost for words. How do
Allow
you
me to
do that?
simplify it.
Okay, first off, how do you crack a disc and not feel like, what am I doing? I know it was like already cracked, but even I can't do that with like a cracked disc. I can't be like, ugh. I'm just
I
like,
was
oh,
a very angry child.
I can't crack the disc.
I
It's
had
too
already
much.
been sent to in school and out of school
See-
counseling for anger issues because I was being bullied so much
See, it's when
that
it's when you and Laura tell stories like this that I'm really concerned for when we meet up in person. I am really concerned.
Fine. It'll be fine.
I'm better now, but growing up was not so good.
I feel like I have to wear like a
Oh my
a
god, I
bulletproof
just had a
vest.
realization. No, I just had a realization. Megan's gonna be in Texas now.
Yep,
Oh, yeah.
Fucking RTX, bitches.
Yeah.
exactly.
I say that like I actually want to go to a convention on 4th of July weekend again, because my convention here in Florida is 4th of July weekend, like it always is.
Oh God.
Yeah, in Miami.
Oh.
But anyways, Ethan, it's funny because, like, well, Megan has anger issues, Laura
Right.
has also issues, and I am paranoid.
Oh, I'm.
You got 3 great people.
Yeah.
We're great. I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely
I'm-
don't with a knife next to me.
I'm scared.
I really
I
don't.
mean, I definitely
Same.
wasn't, part of a gang in high school.
Mom, please come pick me up. I'm scared. Jesus.
Wait, I need to say this quietly so my brother is gonna be. I mean, I may not have part of like
Please.
an actual satanic cult, but that's beside. I was, but I don't talk about that shit anymore.
I wish we took a longer
That's why I don't-
hiatus.
That's why I don't talk about being in a gang anymore. So.
I wish we took a
Yeah.
longer hiatus, to be honest.
Wait.
I
I have another fun story.
okay.
I say fun in quotes.
Oh
For
boy.
embarrassing.
I wonder what this story's
Fun.
gonna consist of.
I
Will
was in
Megan
a
actually
bomb
kill
threat in
someone
high
this time
school.
around? Find
Megan-
out.
You were what?
Before you
I
tell
was in a
your
bomb
sto-
threat in high school.
Oh,
I was
you-
in multiple. I was like
I was in the
multiple
lockdown
bomb threats
because
during
of
my
a-
high school.
because somebody apparently had. So Ethan,
See,
Like,
I think we're very normal here.
oh my god.
So
Someone threatened
I-
to run me over with their car while I was in a wheelchair.
that sounds about right.
can Hey, let's record Bad Ping, because we haven't in a while. I feel like it'll be fun, to talk to.
You wanted to talk about school stories.
I know.
We are here to oblige.
I know. Well,
Now,
we did, and then we ended up. We talked about school stories for around 10 minutes.
Yep.
Then we talked about people.
can I tell another school story?
Okay.
Yes.
So, this was my last year of high school before I decided to drop out.
Mhm.
Okay. I had photography or class computer graphics, some bullshit like that, because previous year the principal teached and it was laid back. This year I had a shitty ass teacher. And every Friday or so, I would always ditch that class.
I'm so glad you're saying this on the internet. I was truant in high school.
Well, here comes the best part. Well, the 2 best parts.
The
Like-
2 best parts.
One day, my friend was there, let's not ditch. Let's at least make them think we're making an effort to show up. So I'm there. I'm about 5 chairs down from the teacher. The teacher's there, talking about the word. I forget the actual term. And she's there. When Adam comes here on Monday, I'll have to give this to him. I was just sitting there like, okay, bitch, I'm right here. I could fucking leave now since you marked me absent. Second
I
best
mean,
part.
solid point. Solid sleeve. Oh my god, that leads me to my other favorite part of senior year. I would go to my 4th hour, say, hi, I'm here, I'm going back to the office, and go back to the magnet office to do other work. Legit, my senior year was weird as fuck because I had 3 classes that I barely went to because I was doing work for the actual school.
Remember, kids.
Remember, kids, make friends with, like, the higher ups at your school. You get away with
Make sure-
it.
Accurate.
Remember, kids. If your teachers are being assholes, just
Walk
drop out. That's probably your
No,
best opportunity.
No,
Especially
no,
if you're in high
no.
school, drop out right away.
no. teachers so that the better teachers get them in trouble with staff.
Yes.
Do
Accurate.
that. I was.
I have.
Not
Oh, go
wrong.
ahead. Go ahead, Ethan.
No, nothing. Just go ahead.
I have two good stories. Um,
I'm
so
cons-
I've I'm not concerned, Ethan, with my stories. So I saw a teacher basically Hulk out on a student in 5th grade.
Oh. Yeah, I saw that happen to me a little bit. in
Hulk
high school.
out. Well, when you say Hulk out,
He threw a metal desk with like a heart into the wall, and the kid could pick it up.
Wow. That's
That's asserting dominance right there.
Well,
i.e. hulking out.
this kid was an asshole. He was also one of the school bullies and just wasn't listening in class. And this teacher, who was the sweetest guy in the entire world, just hulked out on him. And I just remember being in class and watching that happen, going, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die."
well, I wish my high school staff was that ballsy. They would like bend over backwards for anyone. If they were like getting good grades, no matter how mean they were to me or anything, particularly me, because I was like the main like target in the school for some reason. They'd be like, well, there's nothing we can do about it because, we don't have video evidence, we don't have blah, 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 we don't have this, we don't have that. We're going to have to talk to his parents about it. And bullshit. I
had two great teachers.
all right. Let's do
Like, that's it.
one more story, and then we're going to end it because we're coming
Okay,
up on an hour.
I have one more story.
Okay. You do it.
So this is when I was in 9th and 10th grades, freshman sophomore year of high school. I was on the football team as a football manager, and went to all the games, and whatnot. You also got to remember, I was in Texas during this time, so I whenever I had like a really tough day and I didn't want to deal with the coaches, because whenever the football managers got to the field house before practice, we were supposed to sit in the coach's office and just hang out. But whenever I was having a rough day, I'd sit right outside the weight room and I just try and calm myself down. But all the other football players were walking in as this is happening, so they're just seeing a scared little girl just sitting there kind of crying. And a lot of them were like, "Are you okay? What's going on?" So I'm like, I would tell them what's going on, and every single one of them would tell me, "If someone messes with you, you need to tell me because I will fuck their shit up." So I basically had 60 older brothers that were like twice my size that were willing to kill people for me. It was fantastic.
That sounds really, really good.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I think it's good to end it there because.
Well, can I finish my story?
Yeah,
real
sure.
quick?
Sure.
So the second best part about the computer graphics or whatever class, whenever my friend and I would ditch, we would always go to the mall, and we would always play air hockey, just for shits and giggles. We'd always leave about 10 minutes before the bell rings, so we'd get there, get on the buses, go home, all that. This time, we didn't. We left with 2 minutes left. And remember when I said it was about a 10-minute walk to the school from the mall?
Yeah.
In those 10 minutes, the buses would have left by then. So we had to sprint while in the mall, outside, sprint across the busiest street that wasn't I-25, and pray that we'd get to our bus before they started leaving. So they started leaving, we were fucked. So we get there with like and we just get on the bus. The driver's looking at us, shaking his head. we sit down. A couple of the football players just looked at us and just said, "Good time."
Oh my gosh.
That's interesting. Alright, so I think we're done here. I know I'm done. So, what did we learn today?
Oh, you don't want to hear another story?
Ditching school is okay, as long as your teachers are dicks. And
you're not 7.
You're not 7.
Megan probably killed the kid. And
I did not kill him, he was fine.
he was fine. Calm down. And
Get a new scar.
and
Big scars.
and social media is a shitstorm. That's what we learned today. But anyways,
Also,
follow
that you're a young fuck.
follow us on CyberTwits Pod on Twitter, and we'll see you soon with an episode
We
of
are completely
whatever.
normal.
We don't know. Next month is it's Extra Life.
Mhm.
At least for us, and we're gonna be doing a stream with non-professionals. So look out for that. We'll probably have more on that on like a different video altogether. But yeah, we'll see you.